Hey everyone, welcome. So, if you're deep in your sociology studies and kind of wondering, how does all this stuff about people and society connect to a real job? Well, you are in the perfect place. Today, we're going to build a bridge directly from your classroom to an awesome, super impactful career in tech. It's time to find out what your sociological superpower really is. So you did it. You picked your major. You genuinely love digging into social structures, group dynamics, and just figuring out what makes us all tick. But then that question starts creeping in, doesn't it? Maybe it's from your family, maybe it's just in your own head. Sociology, so what are you going to do with that? It's a super common fear, believe me, but the answer is so much more exciting than you think. Actually, your degree isn't just, relevant. It's a huge strategic advantage for a career path you might have never even heard of. It gives you this unique superpower, especially in the tech industry. And you can forget that old idea that you need to be a coder. Your real expertise is understanding people. And that skill, it's in crazy high demand right now. And that career is user experience research, or just a UX research for short. Honestly, it's a role that feels like it was practically tailor-made for a sociologist. It puts you right at the center of how the technology we use every day actually gets made. So what is a UX researcher? Think of them as the official voice of the user inside a company. Their whole job, their entire mandate, is to study how real people interact with technology. This makes sure that the team isn't just guessing what you want in an app, but that every single design decision is backed up by actual evidence. They're basically saving companies millions by making sure they build the right thing the first time. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Replacing internal assumptions with rigorous, evidence-based insights. That's the whole mission, and it should sound really, really familiar. It's basically the scientific method you're using in your sociology classes every day, just applied to product design. It's all about going from, well, I think people want this, to, I know they need this, and here's the data that proves it. And hey, if you're picturing someone locked away in a library somewhere, you've got to rethink that. A UX researcher's day is incredibly social and collaborative. I mean, look at this. A huge part of the job is just communicating. You're in meetings with designers, with product managers. You're sharing what you found. You're persuading people. It's not enough to just do the research. You have to make sure that research actually makes a difference. Okay, now for the really important bit. Let's break down exactly how your sociology degree gives you this massive head start. We're going to connect the dots from what you're learning right now to a real deal career. So in class, right, you're studying social structures, cultural contexts, group dynamics. In a tech company, you're just doing the exact same thing. You're just using a slightly different vocabulary. You're studying user structures, how different groups of users are organized, digital contexts, the apps and websites where they hang out, and user dynamics, how they actually behave online. See, you already have the mental framework. And just look at how your skills translate one-to-one. This isn't just about transferable skills, this is the real deal. These methods are the literal hard skills they list on job descriptions. The participant observation you're learning about, in UX, that's called contextual inquiry. Your in-depth interviewing practice, that's what a one-on-one user interview is. And all that work you do on survey design and quantitative analysis, that is exactly what's needed to understand thousands of users at scale. Now, let's talk about your secret weapon, ethnography. Sure, anyone can learn the steps to conduct a field study, but you're trained in the why behind it. You know how to really observe people in their natural environment to see the gap between what they say they do and what they actually do. And that skill right there, that's how companies uncover game-changing innovations, by solving problems their users didn't even know how to talk about. Okay, so the connection is pretty clear, right? But how do you actually make that jump? Let's turn all this insight into a real, actionable plan that you can literally start working on today. Here's a simple 3-step roadmap. First, translate your experience. That term paper you wrote on online communities, that's now a qualitative research project on user behavior in digital environments. Second, you've got to build a portfolio. This is probably your most important asset. It's where you show employers how you think. And third, start getting your hands on the tools of the trade. You don't have to be a total expert overnight, but just start playing around with these. Get comfortable looking at designs in a program like Figma. Try making a fun survey for your friends in SurveyMonkey. Check out how a collaborative whiteboard like Miro works. Just showing that you have the initiative to learn this stuff goes a long, long way. So let's wrap this all up by looking at what this future could actually be like for you.
What are the real-world rewards? And what kind of impact can you have in a career like this?
First things first, let's be practical. This is a very financially rewarding career. You're looking at a path that is both strong and stable, with a really competitive salary right from the start, and as you can see, a ton of potential to grow your earnings as you gain more experience. And the best part? Your opportunities are absolutely everywhere. I mean, any industry that has a website or an app or any kind of digital product needs people who can understand users. You are not just limited to a few giant tech companies. From healthcare and finance to gaming and retail, the need for solid user research is universal. You see, your sociology degree does so much more than just prep you for a job. It prepares you to see the world in a really unique way. It gives you the power to not just analyze society from a distance, but to actively have a hand in shaping the very technology that is reshaping it every single day. So the only question left is, are you ready to get started?